Hello everybody, this is the Goofsome Fox coming at you this St. Patrick's Day with a match here in the Full Armor Gundam. And this is going to be quite the lucky match that I have here, because if you notice from the team setup, this is going to be a 650 cost match here on Vivien. This is going to be a quick match, which is why I felt more comfortable running this suit here, because well, this is going to be the level 5 650 variant of the Full Armor Gundam here. If I tried to run this in rated, I'm pretty sure I would have had people leaving the lobbies the moment they saw what suit I was trying to use. So, quick match it was when I was able to get this. Really just wanted to try this at the highest cost it can go to at the moment. I'd be very interested to see how this works if they ever make a level 6 700 variant. I think it'd be kind of a funny thing to see, so maybe one day. They're no stranger to adding not 600, but level 6 suits, so maybe one day we'll see it. But the Full Armor Gundam ground type, it is a support, and it is native to 450, which is typically where I try to use it. The 450, well, not just the 450, but just the Full Armor Gundam in general, I feel like the suit has more of a reputation for being almost like a starter support, which I don't completely disagree with that sentiment there, because if you're really familiar with my channel, you'll know that when it comes to supports in this game, the White Rider and the Gelgook Jaeger are two really big favorites of mine, and those are both native 450 suits. So the Full Armor Gundam, with the competition that it does have to face against at 450, is definitely, quite a few options there. I don't remember if the Full Armor Alex is a 450 or a 500. I believe it might be a 450, because I think that's where most of the Alex variants, or the two Alex variants we have in the game, I'm pretty sure that's where both of them lie. Unless the Choham armor is a 500, I could be mixing the cost up there, but I think the Full Armor Alex might also be a 450 unit, and not to mention that there's just a few other really good units as well. So yeah, 450, I feel like you have a bit of competition there when it comes to what support you want to use, but I still think that overall the Full Armor Gundam is at least decent. It did get buffed one time, I remember, and I don't know if I ever actually covered that buff, but yeah, I did get some buffs for it. I think one of the big things they changed was the, not really shoulder missiles, like the torso missiles it has. They kind of made some changes to that, which I think there were some pretty good changes too, because I typically didn't use the missiles because they felt kind of useless. Now I have them on, because I think they are much more capable of getting stuns now. Or I think just have a better radius. Again, something I'm not really too familiar with the specifics for that update were. But overall, yeah, I think the suit is still pretty fun to play. You got the other Full Armor variants as well that I didn't bring up, because you do have the Type B, which is a cost above this one at native. And that one does have a few more weapons with the small missiles and the big missile, which can heavy stagger. This suit doesn't have any of those heavy stagger capabilities. Most of what you're doing is really going to be based off the really much just doing damage. The beam rifle can be okay for getting stuns. It's not necessarily the greatest weapon for it, but it can stack some damage with it. You got a shoulder cannon as well. That's pretty much the weapon you're probably going to be using the most on this suit, and that's pretty much your typical cannon. You fire it, it kind of has an arc going to it, and yeah, can also do a pretty decent blast radius. You got the head Vulcans, and then you have those torso missiles that I mentioned earlier. Still really don't use them that much, try to use them a bit, but overall not really something that I tend to use too often. I mainly try to use the beam rifle and the cannon when I play this suit, because those tend to do the most damage and also have the most range for me to work with. So, yeah, pretty much most of the basics there when it comes to the Full Armor Gundam. And right now am waiting to respawn. Surprisingly, not taking as much damage, I think, this match as I kind of thought I would. But I think it's because the enemy team does only have the one raid in the narrative Gundam C packs, which getting hit by its heavy attack earlier with the kind of like that ranged heavy attack, I don't know if that just doesn't do as much damage as other heavy attacks because it's range based, so maybe it's more of a balancing thing, but I really didn't feel like I took that much damage. But then comparing it to the melee that the C-Pax is able to do a few times to me when it was able to reach me, might be just something with the heavy attack in particular, might just not be as damaging compared to the other picks. But speaking of damage, you can see here I am able to do quite a fair amount of damage to the generals there. I believe those are two of the A3 Zeta Gundams that I think may have been what was released at this time, actually. If not, it actually may have been whatever the banner was after the fact. I think it was something else at the time that I recorded this match here. But, yeah, the full armor, not the full armor, but the A3 Zetas, they are both still, well, I say both, that's because there's two of them this match. That suit is still a very popular pick at 650. Still seeing that one a lot, so I'm pretty sure that's going to be a suit that's going forward playing 650 is probably going to be one that is very common for like basic meta teams. We have a bomb in the enemy base. I don't know if it goes off this match, but if it does, that would give us a pretty decent amount of score. But it doesn't look like that's going to be the case though, because it looks like the enemy team is kind of surrounding their base, and we don't have a pilot over there, so yep, they're going to be able to disarm the bomb there. And we do have a minute coming up left on this match, so we'll need some time to be able to make up that score as much as possible. Looks like the enemy team is kind of hanging around this area here. Going to try to take a shot at that Zeta while it's flying past me, before turning my attention to this lower health Zissa here. As you can see, try to get him with the missiles. Looked like my teammate was able to finish him off. There is the narrative Gundam C-Pax again. I'm going to finish him off with a round from my cannon. And looks like there's one of the A1 Zetas again. They are pretty low on health. Looks like I'm going to be able to get the assist on them there. And looks like that is also going to bring us a pretty steady head here when it comes to our score. Though we do need to still be careful here not to take too many losses in these last few seconds. I'm trying to see if I can push up a little, which probably wasn't the best move here, especially since that narrative is coming back in. But luckily I was able to get a counter off on him, so that's going to give me some time to boost back here. And we're going to be nearing the last few seconds, and that's going to be timeout mission over here. And let's see how we did with the full armor Gundam at 650. Mission completed. We got some good works going around. And looks like I was able to get top in assist for this match here. 5th place overall with 2 kills and 2 loss. Not too bad for what I was thinking I was going to do this match. I didn't think I was going to get 5th. I kind of thought maybe I'd be a bit lower just because I didn't really think I was doing too much, but really the enemy team really didn't seem like they were after me that much, except for the few instances with that narrative Gundam, so I think that gave me a lot of wiggle room to kind of do what I needed to do and just dish out some damage and some stuns against the enemy team there. But that's going to do it for this match here in the full armor Gundam. Again, really fun match here, and probably a lucky match too. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to get a match like this again, so definitely something I wanted to have posted on the channel here. And, well, with that, that's going to be the end of this video here. Comment down below what you think about the full armor Gundam. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.